Welcome to the Eat Better, Move Better, Live Better podcast presented by Flourish with Tracy, where we'll dive into the realms of holistic wellness, plant-based nutrition, yoga, and self-care to help you live your best life. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for our special segments. Meditation Monday, start your week with mindfulness. Wellness Wednesdays, get the midweek boost you need. Sadhana Saturdays, dedicate weekends to personal growth. Join us as we explore and discuss all things to eat better, move better, and live better. Fear of death is a naturally a deeply unsettling anxiety many experience. While some fear a preconceived unknown pain, a fear of what may lie beyond, a fear of no longer existing, and others may fear the process of dying, losing control, or being forgotten. This fear is something many of us carry silently, yet it is one of the most universal human experiences. Today, we're going to explore Thanatophobia, the fear of death, rather than seeing death as only something to fear. Today, we're going to discuss how we can approach it through a holistic lens, balancing the mind, body, and spirit to shift from fear to acceptance. And the first step is a psychological and cognitive approach, our mind, understanding the fear, to acknowledge that Thanatophobia, or fear of death, is common and it's not a weakness. Fear becomes lighter when we shine a light on it, and we can identify our specific fears. Loss, pain, non-existent, unknown. By naming your fear, you get a clear understanding and you reduce the power of unknown. Ask yourself, do I fear pain? And do I fear nothingness? Do I fear leaving loved ones behind? Understand. And you can do this through cognitive behavioral therapy. It reminds us that our thoughts shape our feelings. For example, we can reframe it. And instead of the thought that death means I lose everything, we can practice death is a natural part of life, just like birth. Existential therapy teaches us that knowing life has an end makes every moment precious. It reminds us that death is not an enemy, but a teacher of urgency and meaning. And this will allow us to train the mind to stay in the present instead of projecting into the unknown. And we can use practical tools to help shape our mind. Journaling, it's a safe way to express our feelings and release our fear. Write, record what death means to you, and then rewrite your fears as affirmations of peace. Reading works such as philosophy, poetry, or spiritual texts can normalize mortality by placing your personal fears in the context of a universal human reflection. And most importantly, talk about death openly. Silence breeds fear, but conversation brings perspective. Discussing death openly allows us to break cultural silences and taboos. And then the next step is to release the stress physiologically. When we think of death, the body often reacts before the mind even processes it. Our heart races, our breath shortens, muscles tense, and we may even experience shallow breathing. We may feel some anxiousness. Simple breath work such as 4-7-8 breathing, inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 7, and then exhaling for 8, helps reset our nervous system and signal safety to the body. Yoga poses such as child's pose or mountain pose helps reconnect us to stability and grounding, while Shavasana, the corpse pose, let us practice surrender in a safe, supported way. Other somatic lifestyle practices are healthy habits. Fear feels bigger when the body is depleted. When you maintain healthy rhythms of sleep, movement, and consumption of nourishing food, we reduce our anxiety. And we can also support this process by reducing or limiting stimulants such as caffeine. And this will help reduce panic spikes that mimic fear of death. Guided body scans cultivate gratitude for being alive right now. Bring awareness to your toes, your breath, your heartbeat, reminding yourself that life is here in this moment. When we experience somatically, we allow ourselves to gently release old traumas around death or loss that we may be storing within our bodies. And repeating the corpse pose, shavasana, or an evening regular yoga nidra practice as a ritual will teach the body to find rest and peace and stillness rather than fear. And then we can reflect on our personal beliefs, their meaning, the connection, and any transcendence. We can do a spiritual inquiry by reflecting on our personal beliefs. You can ask yourself a powerful question such as, what do I believe or feel happens after death? Explore teachings from traditions, rebirth to afterlife, energy transformation, or unity with the cosmos. Whether you see death as a rebirth, returning to source, or simply a natural transformation, exploring this question with curiosity rather than fear softens resistance. You can meditate on impermanence, practicing things that speak to your spirit. For example, contemplating on the cycles of nature, seasons, and breath to normalize death as a part of life. This can be done as a spiritual exercise, watching the seasons change, flowers bloom and fade, waves rise and fall. Death is not separate from life, it is part of life's rhythm. Prayer and mantra repetition bring a sense of trust to invoke peace. A simple mantra such as, I am eternal in spirit, can be repeated to soothe fear. Servitude to others gives us a sense of legacy. Although we may not live forever, our love and kindness ripple beyond us. And we can transcend by engaging with the ritual that honors our ancestors or loved ones who may have passed, lighting a candle, offering flowers, saying a name. Help us feel continuity and connection between the living and the departed. Communing with nature, seeing nature as the teacher of impermanence and renewal. Nature teaches us how to notice that no tree grieves its leaves in the autumn. It trusts that spring will come. Similarly, we can reflect on consciousness not as an ending, but as energy changing form, as transformation. And we can also do this through integrating our mind, body, and spirit, developing a daily holistic routine. You could develop a balanced approach such as just taking a few minutes in the morning for breath work, followed by mindfulness or meditation. In the afternoon, you can journal a gratitude list, focusing on impermanence. And in the evening, a gentle yoga asana paired with a spiritual contemplation or prayer. And then you can also integrate this long term, as ultimately the goal is not to erase fear, but to transform it. Death becomes a mirror, reminding us to live more fully, to encourage deeper living. And instead of fearing what will end or dwelling in fear, to cultivate presence, joy, and love in what is here in the present daily life. If Thanatophobia feels overwhelming, you can seek therapy, spiritual guidance, or counseling, participating in a community group. You can gently expose yourselves to conversations and materials on death, staying at pace with what feels safe. You can engage with literature, films, or conversations. Do it gradually. You can create a legacy project, record your wisdom, write a story, your story, a memoir, create art, or perhaps plant a tree. These actions bring comfort that your life leaves a lasting impact. And explore holistic healing practices such as Reiki, sound therapy or sound baths, guided visualizations, all to create a sense of peace with transition. I'd like to now invite you to a meditation. The purpose of this meditation is not to erase fear, but to soften it, to create space for peace, acceptance, and connection. Through gentle breathing, body awareness, and reflection, we can explore the truth that while death is part of life's cycle, we are safe in this moment, alive in this breath, and connected to something larger than ourselves. So before we begin, I invite you to take a moment to notice how you are feeling right now. Perhaps you carry tension, worry, or curiosity about this subject of death and impermanence. And that's completely natural. It's okay. All you need to do is to get comfortable. Allow your body to soften and rest. Allow my voice to guide you. There's no right or wrong way to experience this meditation. Simply allow what arises to be here with compassion. Take a moment here to settle into stillness, get comfortable, allow your spine to be straight. Close your eyes and let us begin. As you begin to settle a little more deeply, take a breath in through your nose. Slowly release through your open mouth. Taking a second deep breath in through the nose. As you release this breath, allow the rhythm of the breath to guide you into stillness. Take a third breath in, and this time hold the breath for just a moment. And as you release it through the nostrils, keeping the mouth closed. And begin to breathe naturally at your own cadence and pace, in and out through your nostrils. I'd like you to bring attention to the soles of your feet. Feel the ground supporting you. Moving your awareness slowly upward through your legs, your torso, your chest, arms, neck, spine, and finally, your head. And with each inhale, silently say, I am alive. And as you exhale, whisper, I am at peace. Take a few moments here to repeat this mantra. Inhaling, I am alive. Exhaling, I am at peace. Breathe. I am alive. I am at peace. Now imagine cycles of nature. See a beautiful tree. See this tree in autumn. Notice the leaves are falling gently. Notice how the tree does not resist. Notice that it trusts the seasons. Notice the colors of the leaves. Notice how the leaves gracefully float away, detaching from the limb, turning color, floating down to the surface. Notice the tree is now bare. All the leaves are gone. The season of the winter may be present. And then notice that there's spring. There's little buds beginning to develop on the leaves of the same tree. New life, new growth. And as it moves into the summer, little buds sprout open, rich, lush, and deep green, full of life. Completing the cycle. Just as the leaves return in the spring, so too does life move in these cycles. Breathe into the truth that change is part of life's beauty, part of the cycle. And if it's comfortable for you, feel that you can face fear with a gentle curiosity. If fear of death arises, do not push it away. Instead, breathe into it. Notice where it shows up in your body. Perhaps the chest, your stomach, wherever it is. Do you feel any slight tension or tightness? You can allow your breath to travel to this space, or if it is available to you, you can place a gentle hand in this space and silently say, "It's okay. You are safe in this moment." Feel the softness of acceptance. And allow your body an opportunity to connect to spirit. Imagine you yourself as light, beyond the body, beyond time. This light has always existed and always will. The body may change. The seasons may change. But the essence of who you are continues. This is an eternal light. You can rest here gently for a few breaths. Breathing in, I am alive. Breathing out, I am at peace. Safe in this moment. Now imagine your light returning to the present, the physical body, the body that is currently alive and at peace, the body that is soft yet safe. As you return to this present, bring gratitude for this moment of life, for your breath, for your body, and your journey. You can choose to live fully. You can choose to live in the here and now. You can choose peace with life and peace with death. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes, carrying the sense of calm and acceptance forward. Your eyes open, fully awake and aware, at peace, safe and present, alive. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils and open, exhaling, sighing it out through the mouth. Awake and aware of your surroundings, smiling with the knowledge of the internal light within you. Taking that breath in and out. And taking a third breath. Smiling as you know, fear of death is not a flaw. It's a natural longing to hold on to life, but with practice it can transform into wisdom. Death does not have to be the enemy. It can be a profound teacher, guiding us to cherish what we have here and now, to cherish life with gratitude, to deepen being present, and allowing this deep presence to embrace mystery with peace. Thanatophobia reminds us of our deep longing to live fully and meaningfully. When we address it through mindful thoughts and awareness, through our body with somatic grounding, and our spirit by connecting to meaning and transcendence, we transform fear into wisdom. When we work with our mind, we reshape fearful thoughts. When we engage with our body, we soothe our nervous system. By being open and free within the spirit, we find peace in the mystery of existence. Death then ceases to be a dark shadow and instead becomes a quiet teacher, guiding us to live fully, to love deeply, and to release peacefully in the here and now. Namaste. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's insights help you on a personal journey towards a healthier, happier life. Don't forget to join every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for more self-care and holistic wellness tips. Before you go, make sure to comment, click the bell, like, and subscribe buttons for upcoming episode notifications. Be sure to always consult a medical professional before making any major changes regarding your health, diet, or routine. In the meanwhile, stay motivated, stay inspired, and remember, every step you take is one step closer to a better you. Until next time, keep flourishing, and as always, may all be well.